Friday, December 1st. We are already in the month of December. We are sitting here the Friday before the NFL game of the year. Certainly for the 49ers, it's the game of the year. And we have talked about it an awful lot. All week long, we've been doing pregame. All morning long, I've been doing pregame with Larry Krueger. I know an awful lot of you joined me on 49ers Wake Up already today, meaning that any analysis you wanted out of this one, you have officially received from yours truly. And now it's time to invite all of you in. As many of you know, KNBR went through a round of layoffs, including the total disintegration of a day part that was very near and dear to my heart. Sportsphone as a show became KNBR Tonight. That was the first bad move right there, right? You don't take a brand like Sportsphone and eliminate it. But they did. Again, a sequence of bad choices is really unprecedented by that station. And now we're bringing it back. I have in the chat today put the link. All you need to do to join me today is click on that link, and we will be talking to each other in the order in which you arrived. And that's what I want to do with you here today, because you know what I think about this game. I want to know what you think about this game. And if you need even more analysis, I promise that's coming your way a little bit later on this afternoon. I have arranged for you a Fortenbaugh Friday that will happen around 2:15 this afternoon when Joe is able to join, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to talking with you. Freddie Jr. saying Damon's late. I wasn't late. I thought we started right around 11. I thought we were pretty on time, if you don't mind me saying. Look at it this way. We got an international audience going on. My goodness, we got Leslie sitting in Mexico right now. Leslie, thank you for checking in on your vacation. Again, we're not going to let vacations get in the way of 49ers Eagles hype, for goodness sakes. And there's an awful lot of you in here today. Again, I love that you're here. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. But more importantly, today, we can talk to each other. Starting with first man in, first man on. That's how it goes. AJ Cruz, 75. AJ, come back into frame, brother.
Oh, hey,
there
what's
you
up,
are.
guys?
Hi, how are you?
I'm feeling kind of grungy today. I'm working from home, but I just had to jump in and join the Blues and just say, hey, I'm glad we can finally meet face to face again, and looking forward to seeing everybody. And if you can't tell, I'm a little bit cold, but I'm also decked out. I try to figure, what would my good friend True Blue Forever look like after a well-attended safety meeting? And except for Blue, he would look something like this. And
that's great.
Like any good attendee, I brought my towels, so I'm ready.
I like that. Now, let me ask you: is that a pullover or is that a straight poncho you're wearing?
Oh, hell no! I'm staying true to my rules. I got a poncho, homie. Boom.
That is. See, now here's the thing: we have become such a sensitive culture that I don't know if a white guy's allowed to rock a poncho anymore, or it's a cultural appropriation. I wish I could rock a poncho. The poncho looks like the single least turned to best, providing shelter for yourself option in the clothing world. Can a white guy wear a poncho? Can I get your permission?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I got one. I'll loan it to you. Come on out, Damon. I got one for you. It's got a hood too, so you can hang out with us. Wait, hey, when you're wearing this poncho and you're standing with us, no one's going to mess with you. Don't worry.
I love it. So what do you think of the game coming up this weekend? How you leaning? Obviously, you're a Niners fan, but what are you not worried about? What are you worried about?
I'm worried about us falling behind and having to play from behind. So I hate to say that we're, all Brock can do is play from in front. And I know we've had a lot of success, doing that. So I'm afraid of falling behind early and having to force us to throw the ball. At the same time, I'm also afraid of allowing Jalen Hurts to get free and get some yards on us. I mean, that last game we saw, he just worked some magic when it looked like a clear loss. And so he's dangerous. So we can contain him if we can get through their line and put some hits on him and force him to get uncomfortable and throw the ball early. I think we're in good shape. Also, I think we're going to have to rely a lot on Ayuk and his precision route running. And if we can get some cracks open, some holes in the line and get the ball to McCaffrey and get him upfield, I think we'll be in good shape. So today we have to be on our A game. No small mistakes, because they will flip it on us and they will hurt us. So no pun intended.
I feel like Sports Phone has come back to life. Awesome call, man. Great to see you. And I really mean it, man. From my family to yours, happy holidays. Of all the names that have popped up in the chats, your name has been there since day one. I mean, really, since day one. I'll never forget that. I thank you so very much. And good on you, man. Take care.
Pinkies up.
There he is. Pinkies up. We'll get classy here on the Plus. Don't ever think we won't get classy. Fantastic stuff right there. Next person in line in a car. Hutch, keep your eyes on the road. Oh my God, the last thing I ever want to do is get in a car accident live on the air here. So how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I just pulled up. I'm driving on back roads. I'm a process server. I deliver legal documents for the courts. I'm in the back roads today, so.
All right.
I just pulled over. We're good. We're safe.
That's good. We want there's two. We like actual safety and we like Smiley Dan's safety meetings, which everyone has a lot of fun at. Hutch, how is the process serving business going for you these days?
Well, let me tell you, hyperinflation going on. A stat that for all your listeners can know, when the stimulus checks came out, the credit cards came up. We were at 400,000 before the stimulus. No, 400 million, and now credit card debt for Americans is over $1 billion. So debt collection is on the rise. Oof. I would tell everyone, pay your debt off. Pay it off. Get it out of the way. Rip up the credit card. You can get loans with bank statements. You don't need a credit report. So that's just some facts and some knowledge for you, because let me tell you, man, I went on vacation to Mexico maybe first week of October, and I had like 250 jobs on me, and I had to get them done in 2 weeks, and I didn't finish them all, but I got a lot done. But it's nuts. It's crazy right now.
There's not a lot of financial advice and financial planning that this show has ever provided until your video call right here, Hutch. So thank you very much for the wise words. Live that debt-free life, boys and girls. I'm going to tell you, when I got hit with my layoff, one of the only reasons why Gillian and I were able to make it through this is because we had positioned ourselves as a debt-free couple. I mean, that's a blessing. It's hard to do that. We both worked hard and were paid well for a while there, and we were able to make sure we didn't fall into that. It's just like a black hole that just keeps pulling you down and sucking you down in interest rates, and it's all brutal. So when in doubt, live a debt-free life indeed. Let's talk a little football. How you handicapping Sunday?
Honestly, I think we need to make Jalen Hurts feel the pain, feel uncomfortable. I think we need to blitz more. I know there's the potential for the run. I think this game is won at the line of scrimmage, as it's usually said, but I think this is the absolute key to this game. We have to rush. We have to get him uncomfortable. And for our O-line, they have to play the game of their life, because I think – we always talk about football. You need to establish the run and all that, but I think we're really going to win this game with Brock Purdy throwing 300 passing yards and hopefully at least 3 touchdowns. I think that's how we win this game, because we know Philly is going to score some points. I'm probably looking at they could both be in the 30s. Who knows? Because, it's, what is it, week? I don't even know. It's in the teens now. Defenses are tired. So it's going to be one of the trenches. I think we need to rush. I think, our O-line just needs to give every single millisecond to Brock Purdy to make that throw.
It's a 29th rated passing defense. That's where Philadelphia can be had. I agree with you. A big day for the Niners means Brock had a really big day from the pocket. Hutch, thank you very much, man. Happy holidays to you and yours. Continue to process serve in the safest possible way and pull over when you talk to idiots like me.
Have a good one.
Thank you, brother. There. I turned my camera off there for a second. Okay, so you all know, if you've been listening to Bay Area sports, and he and John Middlecoff have a great YouTube channel as well. I'm a big fan of Guy Haberman. We don't have him for today's show, but we do have Gal Haberman. our gal Haberman. What's going on, Habes? How you doing?
What's up, Damon? I'm doing awesome. I'm up at my house here in in Truckee, and we got some snow last night.
Really?
We really did.
Dude, skiing season is coming your way soon enough. Before we get to the formality of talking about this game, as the channel grows, I want to thank you as much as I could possibly thank anybody in the audience ever. Michelle, you have been supporting me since days of radio signals like really no one else. I remember all the candy you used to drop off to me and Gianna, for goodness sakes, when we were outside of Oracle all those years ago. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. You know how much we love you. And let's talk some football, because this is a big one.
This is a big one, dude. Yeah, the big week, I I went down to like the Pismo Beach area to watch the NFC Championship game against these two teams. Pals of mine, we became like really good friends. We do tailgates together. And so like ever since that moment, I actually had to walk away from that game for a little minute and like go play with the kids, because there were kids there, like the whole neighborhood. I was like, I can't. So, ever since then, I've just been looking forward to this game very much. And I think it's going to be, a great one. It's a great opportunity. It feels like the whole rest of the year is kind of, you got to shove all your chips in on this one. And, if Brock can stay upright and have a good game and find his targets in Ayuk and Kittle, obviously we got a monster in CMC, so count on him a lot, and find a way to slow Jalen down, make him think about his reads. And they're sneaky good though, man. I mean, the Bills had that game won twice last weekend. They really did. And somehow, some way they just did it, which is, how they've gotten to where they are. So it'll be a monster game. Hopefully the 49ers can get ahead and then just keep the pedal, boot on their throat, as I like to say.
You're not returning to the scene of the crime down in Pismo, are you?
I am not, but my friend Raz is going. He has family in Philly, so he and his uncle and some of their friends are going to be at the scene of the crime. So
protect yourself at all times. That's all I'm just going to tell you. Enjoy Philadelphia. Protect yourself at all times.
100%.
Habes, we love you. Thank you so very much. Thanks for joining me on the Whiskey Poll to celebrate 10,000, by the way.
Absolutely.
In 24 hours, we're at 11,000.
I know, bro. I swear to God, 12K by Sunday. That's my mantra for you, D.
Thank you very much. I will take the mantra, Om Yum Nam Rankyo. I feel like Tina Turner. Thank you. Thank you very, very much, Michelle. You are the best. Have
You're
a
welcome.
great day, great weekend, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you right back here soon enough. There she is, Michelle Haberman, an OG if there ever was. Oh, T from the 203. He's ready to go, and he's rocking Philadelphia gear. Shame on you. Look at this.
I feel like every show you need an antagonist, or not a troll, but an antagonist. You'd have one Eagle fan.
Absolutely.
I feel like every show needs it. Some people don't like an Eagle fan, but some people, this show at least embraces an Eagle fan. I'll say that. And it's also, they're honoring Deshaun Jackson since he's officially retired as an NFL and in the NFL as a Philadelphia Eagle finally.
One of the bigger draft mistakes the Niners made.
Yes.
They take Kentwan Balmer and Shiloh Rashal, and Jackson's been in their backyard at Cal returning punts on every team. I mean, he was so electric. Yeah, great career. Really good. Hell of a player there for a little bit.
One of the best Eagles that Joe Banner ever drafted. That's the only thing you could say. Everyone else was a bust. I'll say that for sure. Doesn't matter.
The Banner era holds no candles to the Roseman era. I'll give you that much for sure. There's so much talk about KNBR in radio history. Pete Franklin had a mantra that he had, and his deal was you always yell at the third caller, whether they deserve it or not, because it just keeps everybody on their toes. So now with you coming in here wearing an Eagles jersey, I get to yell at the third caller. How dare you? How dare you encroach on this with look, this is going to be a really good game. As an Eagles fan, what more worries you the most about the Niners?
I will say this. The Eagles secondaries are horrendous. They're super slow. If you looked at the Dallas game, CeeDee Lamb torched them like you've never seen before. Maybe since the Nnamdi, Kerry Williams, and Asante Samuel days. I could see the Niners wide receiver group and the speed killing this defense, and we don't have a linebacker at all, especially underneath. So Brock Purdy could definitely pick apart this defense. I'm not going to say this, but I could see a bunch of scoring on both sides of the football, and little defense on the Eagles defense, and making Sean Desai pull his hair out, which he does not have much hair left anyways.
How do you feel about Sirianni? This is something I was talking with Kruger about during 49ers Wake Up. He's an asshole, but that plays in Philadelphia.
Yes.
That works in Philadelphia in towns it wouldn't work in.
He is. I always say this. I found out he played football in the conference I went to college in the OAC, which Mount Union is also full of a-holes anyway. See, they would blow up the score, be jerks, everything. So it's perfect mantra. A guy from Mount Union University, which is outside of Canton, Ohio, is the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll say that for sure. And he just brings that gravitas of assholiness to the Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, and look at it this way. It plays in that town better than anywhere else. What do you got coming up this weekend? What are you doing down in Miami besides getting tan and doing cocaine?
No tan, no cocaine. We don't do drugs down here at all. I like to say I am drug free. I like to say that. I gotta do the Heat game on Saturday night. Sunday, I gotta do Dolphins pregame on YouTube. So if you want to see me looking really tired and wearing an Eagles visor, you can see me there. But I will be going to my local watering hole called the Parrot Lounge, which is an Eagles bar that's been down here since the 70s. Wow. And it's such a dive bar, and it's also such a bunch of locals. I personally just love every second of it. I feel like I'm back home, because there's a funny thing about South Florida. There's 3 Eagle bars in each, 4 Eagle bars in each county. There's one in Palm Beach County. There's one in Broward. There's one in Dade County. There's one in Monroe County in the Key West area, which is the craziest part of all time.
What's the place in Key West called? Because I think I've been there.
It's Sloppy Joe's. Sloppy Joe's.
Yeah, Thunder Dan's or Sloppy Joe's. It's one of those. Yeah.
Yes, it's the furthest south NFC East bar in the country.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, hey, got that geographic note to keep in your notebooks. It's always good to talk to you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. There he is, T from the 203. Have yourself a good weekend, brother.
I will. Everyone else has a good weekend as well. Let's have some fun watching football. I got to say, this is the best game of the weekend.
Without a doubt. Could be the game of the entire year. No doubt about it. T from the 203. Thank you very much. No video accompaniment, but 49er Ultimate Report is either going to turn the camera on and dazzle us or not. How are you? 49er Ultimate Report, are you there? I guess we're not there. We will remove said guest. Oh, look at it this way. This next caller knows the Plus very, very well. As a matter of fact, she's the only caller of all the callers that I've ever had full carnal knowledge of. It is Gillian Bruce, ladies and gentlemen. Hello.
Hello. That's quite an introduction. I was going to say the call's coming from inside the house, honey, but
the call is coming from in the house. It's just like Scream. How are you, darling?
I'm really good. I cannot believe the momentum that the channel has had in the last 24 hours. It's unreal. So I just wanted to call in. I've also never called into a sports show, so I feel very special right now. But I had a special little celebration. Thank you, Plusers.
Thank you. You need to write that all backwards, by the way.
It's mirrored, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so, that's all right. That's all right. But very nice. I'm glad that you got the sign up. And do you think it would have worked out between you and me had you been a sports phone caller all those years ago?
No, I didn't. I think if I would have really known who you were before we went on that first date, this probably wouldn't have happened. But I didn't, because I didn't really listen to sports talk radio. And here we are.
Here we are. All right. I told you, stick with me, baby. We'll go a relatively short distance from right here.
Oh, and apparently the sign actually looks correct to everyone who's watching, just not to you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then there you go.
There you go.
Savvy
Anyway,
technological wonder. It's good to have you here, honey. What are the plans for later in the day?
well, I actually have to do some work for my job. So
right.
there's that. And then we have the hooligans tonight. And then we've got a whole weekend of kids' birthday parties and swim class. And, oh, right, a Niners game.
By the way, this is True Blue Forever weighing in. She probably thought she was dating Seth Rogen.
No, but
I mean, she could do a lot better than Seth Rogen. She could have done a lot better than me, let's be totally honest. But, I'm glad you decided to settle when you did.
no. Well, I wasn't settling. And I am so incredibly proud of you, honey. This has been a crazy, crazy ass year. And I think it all just goes to show we knew the right thing to do and we're continuing to do it. And thank you to the support of the Plusers and everyone tuning in. It's phenomenal. We so appreciate you. We appreciate all your support. We appreciate you sharing the content. We appreciate your feedback. You're doing a call-in show, honey. So you got people calling in. It's just phenomenal. So just extending lots of thanks and gratitude to the Plusers and go Niners. This is going to be a fun one.
Freddie said, can Mrs. Plus take a black-in shot for $11K? All right. Wife and I are doing whiskey pulls. Oh, my God. You're going to use a shot glass? Very, very classy, honey.
It's going to be a busy day, but I'll do a little one. All right. Cheers to 11K, baby. Cheers to 11K, Plusers.
I'll do you do a little one, I'll do a big one. Ha! That's why it works. That's why it works, honey. What do you think? You doing a little Chinese tonight?
Yeah, I think we should order some Chinese tonight. I've been having a craving.
All right, done.
Oh. All right, I'm going to go get myself situated for my 11:30 actual work call. Thank you, everyone.
You should do a shot with them, too.
I don't think that'll go over very well.
Oh, come on. Tech industry loves people doing shots in the middle of the workday. It's called disruption, right?
All right, I'm going to go. I love you. I love everybody tuning in. Go Niners.
There she is, Mrs. Plus, the one, the only. What can I do other than the one person I can ever play this for and really mean it?
Pound it, pound it, pound it, pound it.
Thanks, honey. Oi! There we go. I think the 49ers Ultimate Report has clicked back in here. Hello, Niner Ultimate Report. I can't hear you. I can't see you. You could be issuing an ultimate report right now, but it's ultimately not working, is really what's going on in this ultimate report. So I guess right now would be the perfect time to say thank you so much to our sponsors. And how about my man Ike, who yesterday came up with a video telling Shohei Ohtani, should he sign with the Giants, he will rename I don't think he's going to rename the entire chain, but he's going to rename one of his restaurants Shohei Ohtani Lovin' Sandwiches. TMZ has picked up the story about Ike, and I believe that Ike is going to be interviewed on TMZ soon. So I love that. My man Ike has been an incredibly supportive, not just a sponsor, but a friend, someone who's really encouraged me to have no fear and go running into this space. And my man Ike right there. Watch him on TMZ. Eat his sandwiches wherever you go. There's probably an Ike's around you no matter where you are, certainly around here on the West Coast. Download that app, the Ike's Reward app. Start eating your way to free sandwiches. Speaking of eating your way to a happier life, get yourself a burger at Uncle Boy's. You know, they sponsor Good for Ball, Bad for Ball. Let's do it right here and right now, because Good for Ball is going from 10,000 subscribers to 11,000 subscribers in 24 hours. I don't know how it happened. The algorithm is working a little bit, but the amount of support, and let's be honest, I think people saw what happened to KNBR and are starting to think, okay, well, I need more options, because one of my favorite options, sports talk radio, is literally dying in front of my eyes. Where can I go to avoid the carnage that is this industry? And over here, a lot of people are finding and discovering the culling of KNBR video that I put out yesterday is already the most viewed video in the history of my channel. And since that came out yesterday is now the most viewed day in the history of my channel. And that, I think, should be another bit of a cautionary tale, if you don't mind me saying, for radio. The worse radio gets, the better off YouTube is. And there's no picking that radio is not going to change the trajectory of the arc that they're on right now. They're on the backslide of that bell curve. It's only going down. How it comes back up, not with the corporate structure that radio has been pinioned underneath, will it ever get up off the ground. The times have changed. The medium's changed. As Larry Krueger was saying, this is the most important studio in America. This is the most important radio studio, music studio, movie studio. Everything in the entertainment world is happening here. This has crushed Hollywood. This has crushed Hollywood. What chance did sports talk radio ever have? If this can crush Hollywood, it can crush anything. It's good to be here. Whether you're watching me here or on your TV, I don't even know. I don't care. Just the fact that you're watching means an awful, awful lot. And thank you so very much for doing so. The support has really, truly been a humbling, overwhelming, just, I don't use the word lovely very often. It's been lovely. It's been the amount of people that have approached me to support me. Vicious sneezing. I should have left that up. Sometimes I'm afraid my sneezes come out too cute and it's going to ruin the gruff exterior that I have here. Be like, oh, those freaking sneezes were adorable. Didn't do that. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your support. It means a lot to me. Gillian just popped in to let you know how much it means just to our family. You folks who are watching now, you folks who are watching later, you folks who are downloading a podcast are supporting my family. Not just my habit, not just my thing that I like to do. You're supporting my family, and I can't thank you enough. What father, what husband wouldn't thank a community for supporting their family? This community supports my family in an incredible way. Bad for ball? The Michael Urban Good for Ball, Bad for Ball memorial segment. Bad for ball, even though it's been good for my ball, bad for ball is what is happening in media. Traditional media is not only collapsing due to outside influences, but it's hastened its own demise based on the internal influences. There's the world outside of radio that is affecting radio in a negative way, but I don't think anything has affected radio in a negative way more than the companies that own these radio stations and make short-sighted, maybe penny-wise, but certainly pound-foolish decision after decision after decision. Again, KNBR laid off its digital department. If you're laying off a digital department in 2023, the only thing I know is that the amount of dumb fuckery that goes into your thought processes is enough to destroy your entire operation. Letting go of a digital department in 2023 is the dumbest possible avenue to ever travel down in media. I mean, it's unreal. It's unreal to me. I thank Uncle Boys for all the love and support. Let me go ahead and tell you about Jack's. This is a great t-shirt. 1946, 49ers born. This is a logo that you're not going to find anywhere else but at Jack's. Go ahead and check out jacksf.com. Use Damon Bruce 10 for 10% off. And I'm telling you, you can get your entire Christmas list, every sports fan on it in the Bay Area taken care of with one trip to jacksf.com. Use Damon Bruce 10 when you check out. If you are looking for a place to make a wager or two, mybookie.ag. Use promo code Damon there, just Damon. You don't need the Bruce 10 part, just promo code Damon. And then when it comes to Sunday and post-game in Damon, I am going to tell you that Dr. Paul Hughes has fixed my knee. He can, without surgery, make your life more pain-free and better than it's felt in a really long time. Go ahead and find out for yourself. Orthopedicsurgeries.com if you don't want to have an orthopedic surgery. I know that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I think he should change his website to avoidorthopedicsurgeries.com because that's what Dr. Hughes is doing. He's helping people avoid surgery with his plasma treatment, I don't even know what the hell he did to me, but oh my God, it worked. Check out Dr. Paul Hughes. You'll be happy that you did. Those are our sponsors. Couldn't do it without sponsors. We thank them all so very, very much, and we thank you as well. I want to jump all up into the chat. Again, we're not going to do a formal club plusing today because this is a bigger conversation that I want to be part of the podcast as well today. So what do we got? What do we got over here? Club Plusing, the Shaw saying, go Gillian. Yeah, Shaw. Thank you very much. Longtime listener, first-time caller. Thank you, Baron Red. Thank you very much. Leslie, again, there she is, just hanging out in Mexico, still hanging out with us. That officially makes us international today. Really appreciate it. Shush, love to see little Gillian appearance. We always know it's coming. Whenever Gillian makes an appearance, the Damon outkicked his coverage comment comes up almost immediately, and as it should. The space heater. By the way, this space heater is kicking. Woo, I'd turn that down. It's a little chilly down here today. Michelle Haberman. You got love for Gillian. We got love for you. Wifey's right as usual. Dude, happy wife, happy life. It's official. Postman in Capitola. Oy, oy, oy! Thank you very much. Best show, Mario. Thank you. Thank you, Mario, very, very much. San Bruno Mike, always thinking Steelers. Nice paper choice, black and yellow. She did that just for you, San Bruno Mike. I know she was thinking about you when she chose that piece of paper. Damon, thank you for combing your hair this morning. Appreciate it. Well, here's the thing. Yesterday it got really poofy because I didn't put any product in. I don't put much schmutz in there, but without schmutz, I get... So the schmutz keeps the hair right, and there we go. Nacho Crash. By the way, if I missed any other super chats, I'm very sorry. The first one I'm seeing here today, Nacho Crash saying, Damon, you have the Ike cutout, the ganja jar. Where is the 1050 ficus? Can we get a no sound?
No sound effect for Dave Feldhouse.
God, I love Dave. He was such a great producer to work with all those years ago. Look, the ficus is probably still at the station somewhere. I don't know. Or maybe KNBR fucked that up too. And the ficus isn't even there anymore. Maybe the ficus is like, I'm not sticking around this dying industry and got out too. I don't know. Speaking of the ganja jar, again, San Bruno Mike, there's a sign that the Steelers are going to win. JJ Raider. Thank you very much. The JJ Raider honorary ganja jar. I still have so much. I got so much weed. Thanks to JJ Raider. I got weed for days. Thanks to JJ Rader. My man. Gillian's a treasure. She sure is. She sure is. By the way, Gillian with a G. No problem there, Mike. It's a common mistake. Gillian with a G. And you can always remember that because when you look at you, you're like, that's an OG right there. And she is. Nick J says, yesterday's short video calling out KNBR was legendary. A newfound respect for you, my man. Well, thank you. Look, and here's the thing. I'm not calling out the station. I'm calling out these companies that are ruining these stations. 95.7 The Game would be a lot better, but for being owned by Odyssey, a group of incompetents. And as we're watching Cumulus, and their stock price just crater at every moment, the deregulation and the corporate buying way too much of radio stations has killed radio. These were never supposed to be conglomerates. I got on a super chat on YouTube via my phone. Well, Crash, thank you. Thank you very much. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad that you did it. Thank you very much. Oh, and you're actually watching on Twitch. How about that? Stacy Leo, again, this isn't for me. This is for Gillian, and she's a real one. Indeed he is. Kim, again, seriously. I could host the show, or we could just have Gillian host the show, and she would do much better than I would. This is a pro Gillian crowd. We got bottles everywhere too, Kim. She's got her own bottle upstairs, bottles downstairs, upstairs. Again, all you need to know about the products that I endorse. Blackened Whiskey doesn't even sponsor the show at this particular time right now because their budget had been spent for the year. I still love it. I'm telling you, it's really good. I'm telling you, Uncle Boys is really good. I'm telling you that Ike's is really good. I'm telling you that Dr. Paul Hughes is really good. I'm telling you that MyBookie.ag is really good because they are. Again, I always wondered, is the person doing the commercial actually using the product? And so I always wanted to make sure that I was that person. Baron Red, hitting the vape pen at work. Strong. Again, you can tell Leslie's in Mexico. Shots. Go, Leslie. Daryl Q. Panda Express is not real Chinese food. Of course not. Panda Express is what you get when you're in a mall in Iowa. If you live in San Francisco, the amount of real Chinese food that we have is everywhere. I mean, from a cuisine standpoint, there probably isn't a better city for me because I love Chinese food. I love Korean barbecue. I love Thai food. I love sushi. If your cuisine has an Asian or Mexican persuasion to it, oh my God, San Francisco is the right town for you. We got Asian persuasion and Mexican invasion going on in the right directions everywhere we go. If you get a bad burrito in San Francisco, it's because your dumbass walked into Chipotle. Like, what are you doing? I don't even know how one of those can function in this town. Who would ever go to Chipotle when you got the Mission just right there? You throw a rock and hit a great burrito in the Mission. Freddie Jr. Look at it this way, Freddie, this doesn't feel like family. This is family. This is our little goofy community. This is our island of misfit toys. All of us broken toys come together and we recognize each other, and it's great. Damon, nice looking couple. Well, especially on her side of the equation. If a human was ever good for ball, it's Mrs. Plus. Old Dirty Hungus, you're right about that. Right about that for sure. Gillian, good for ball. And Michelle Haberman, who joined us already via video chat. Joined us already, Michelle Haberman. Go Ikes. Indeed, go Ike. Ike is the man. Look, I don't know if Farhan can land Shohei Ohtani. Maybe Ike can. Maybe Ike can. True Blue forever. You're right about this. Uncle Boy's good for ball. Brown Pride 650 says, I still haven't had the Damon Bruce sandwich yet. It's the weekend for you. It's the weekend to lose your virginity, which is what I told Gillian on our wedding night. She's like, sure, let's go with that. I said, thank you. But yeah, it's the weekend. It's your weekend to have some Damon Bruce inside of you. That's just gross. I'm sorry. If Gillian's still watching, she's like, yeah, that's gross. I haven't had the Damon Bruce sandwich. Get a Damon Bruce. Get a Damon Bruce. You're going to love it. And if you can't get a Damon Bruce, get an Adam Richmond. If you can't get an Adam Richmond, get a Jamie Sirewich. If you can't get a Jamie Sirewich, get a Matt Cain. If you can't get a Matt Cain, get a Paul Rubens. We could do this all day. Damon, taking off. Happy for you, man. A's Cast has been around for like 4 years. Couldn't figure out how to get one caller. Likely afraid of calls. You're taking them in just months. So it's simple. You take the way that, look at it this way. At 2:15 today, Joe Fortenbaugh is coming in. We're going to have an awful lot of fun with Joe Fortenbaugh for a Joe Fortenbaugh Friday, and I'm going to shoot him a link that is going to allow him to join the channel. I have just pasted into the chat once again the same link that I would send a guest coming on the show. And all you need to do is click on it, and you can be joining us. And we will, if we have one more, anyone else wants to get in a call? Get in a call right now here. Sports Phone is back, baby. Sports Phone is back. I'm glad that they killed the name. I'm going to bring it back. There we go. TMZ has booked Ike for 1 o'clock. Ike, see if you can get in a Damon Bruce show, Damon Bruce Plus plug in there. Let's do it. All right. What else we got going on here? How about this? Vasu. I love Vasu. Vasu's an old friend. And he says, another day in carnage in the traditional radio business. What's going to happen Sunday in Philadelphia? Well, hopefully Sunday in Philadelphia is going to go a lot better than this week went for the flagship station of the 49ers. We're going to go take a few more video calls. What do we got here? Let's see. We got, oh no, I tried to bring you in, but you're not coming in, so maybe you're not there anymore. If you were trying to get in once again. Gillian confirming. He does have cute sneezes. This is so true, Sporticus. The actual phone part of the phone has become a secondary feature. Who would have ever thought that? Oh my God. If you want to rattle a millennial, call them. The phone rings and people are like, yeah. Get away from that. You people. Mike saying, look, it's real simple. Ploosters unite like Voltron. Absolutely. We've got red lions, yellow lions. Mike saying, Damon, toughen those sneezes up. We're working on it. Absolutely working on it. No digital team in 2023 is like Uncle Boys deciding not to sell burgers. Yeah, seriously, Nick, you're right about that. It's crazy. Okay, so we tried to go to him a couple times, didn't work. I couldn't see him. Now I do. 49ers Ultimate Report coming on in. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, man. My bad. This different stream thing is different. I use StreamYard. This one a little more harder, but thanks for having me on.
You know what? And here's the thing. I've been told that, and I think at the end of this football season, we're going to be pivoting to StreamYard too. I'm using Restream right now, but I'm good to know what does and doesn't work well. So thank you for the feedback. What's your real name, man? What's your real name?
My name is John Jay. Just like that baseball player that played, I think, in Cincinnati. I'm a small little content creator. I'm trying to be like Damon Bruce in the future, but I just enjoy talking 49ers football. And when I discovered you when the season started, and I'm a diehard Bay Area born native. I went to schools in San Francisco my whole life, and it's so sad it took me this long just to know who you were. And I'm glad you're on YouTube. I watch your content every day now. I never miss a show.
Well, thank you very, very much. If people want to watch your show, I mean, I'm going to give you a subscription. What is it? Just 49ers Ultimate Report?
Yes, very simple. 49ers Ultimate Report.
I love it, man. All I'm going to tell you is that, I'm all new at this too. And you feed the beast. You feed the beast. That is the algorithm. And if you got good content, people are going to find you. I'm so happy that you found me. Thank you very, very much for doing so. And as a guy who talks about the Niners an awful lot, tell me about this weekend. What do you think's going to happen? What are you confident in? What are you worried about?
Yeah, so for me, this is going to be a fun game. I think every fan has circled this game after we lost, uh, you know, to them, in January. And, the players, they have the right mindset. They don't care what the media, they're going to say. Debo and, Hassan Reddick, they're doing their little Twitter stuff. But I'm just very excited to see, the Niners go into hostile territory, playing a team that thinks they're the best in the NFL. And we're going to find out who's going to be the best team. And one thing that I do worry about is the Niners, when it comes to mobile quarterbacks, we do struggle. And I think keeping, Hurts in the pocket will force him to throw the ball. And with the pass rush that we got, that's a good way for the Niners to attack them. And Brock Purdy, if he plays all 4 quarters, I don't know who's going to win the game. I want the Niners to win all the time. But if Brock Purdy's on the field for all 4 quarters, the Eagles need to, they better figure out how to stop us because we are a dangerous offense. And McCaffrey, if he gets going, I feel bad for the Eagles. Their secondary, I know I don't want to, do the Twitter thing, but Debo, Bradbury and the secondary are not good this year. I don't know what's going on with the secondary, but it's going to be a fun matchup, and I just cannot wait.
I'm looking forward to it too. It's the game that how about this? It's the game that we all deserve because the first version of it, the NFC version of it, was not satisfying. It couldn't be satisfying. When you lose a starting quarterback in a football game, that's not the football game you signed up to watch. So keep Purdy upright. I really do think that if victory is to be found, it's going to be found at the end of his arm. This is a secondary that can be had. Go Brock. Go 49ers Ultimate Report. I'm telling you, I'm subscribing as soon as this show's over. I encourage everyone watching right now, subscribe to a young content creator looking to grow, looking to make it happen. YouTube's an awesome community, man. Good luck to you, and thank you so much for your support.
Thank you very much for that. And shout out to all the Ploosters who were on my channel a few days ago. And I want to thank you, man. Keep grinding, and you're growing really fast. And for all those other companies that let you go, man, you're going to build a community, and that's how I found you. And you keep doing what you're doing, man, and be unapologetic. Just keep doing your stuff. But thanks for having me on.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you. And we got one more in line here. Carlos. What's going on, Carlos?
Oh, my God. It's Damon Bruce. Damon Bruce, I'm so excited to have you on this, man. This is awesome. I remember you from KNBR, and then you were on the game. And I was so excited when you and Ratto were doing the game because you're both so smart, man. On here's what I do, man. I got to tell you, when I think about you, I think of somebody who's honest, insightful, objective, passionate, and articulate. You really know how to break it down for us. So,
checks in the mail, Carlos. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate that.
I'm so excited about having you on here. It's and of course, here's the sad part. Is the only reason I found you was because what I heard about on KNBR with Paulie Mack and because of course I've been a fan of those two guys for forever and a day. But I was so upset and such. I was like, and I found you. I was scrolling through, of course, and I found you on YouTube. And I was like, I was seeing the snippets that you do on there. I was going, God, does this guy have a show? And dude, thank you for having this. And it's not just the 49er stuff. I mean, you're good at all sports stuff. So I'm excited. I just want to really have one question for you. You got to, in everything I just mentioned about you and your honesty and such, do we really have a chance? Because you can see I'm a fan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. The Niners are this is a coin flip game. The coin can land heads Niners or tails Eagles. Like this, if these two teams played, 10 times in a row, I don't think either one of these teams is winning 8 of those 10 games. I think we got a balanced, fair fight.
Yeah.
And I like the Niners. having a little bit of an advantage with a secondary to take advantage of, extra days to prepare that Kyle took advantage of. I think there's a speed advantage there for the 49ers. So as long as this game, I think, is allowed to happen in the prism of a fair fight where we're not seeing officials get in the way of two physical football teams playing each other, I like the Niners' chances a lot. I do. Now, I'll also say this. I respect 10-1 enough to not assume anything. Nothing can be assumed. Anyone's trying to say, well, I guarantee you. No, I'm not guaranteeing nothing. What I guarantee you is if this game is allowed to happen without the officials getting in the way, we're going to have a hell of a football game on Sunday. I really think this is just going to be a monster game. I want to come back, though, to something that you were talking about. You loved Murph and Mac.
Yeah.
What radio stations don't understand is that radio creates an intimacy that no other medium really creates. Like even right now, you can be looking at us, you can be looking at our names, you can be looking at the chat. Radio, it's one voice and one set of ears taking in the voice, the conversation. It creates a very intimate bond between a host and an audience. And then when that bond is broken, without a goodbye, without a thanks for the memories show or anything like that, it really affects people's daily routines and lives. It really does.
Yeah. I know Murph's taking a couple of days and such to see, but I got to tell you, I mean, I don't know how this poor guy comes back. I mean, you literally, I think you said it yesterday or on one of your broadcasts, I heard you say something about it's like, they destroyed the marriage and they didn't do it. Somebody else came in and destroyed it. And how does this poor guy come back and try to do the show either with somebody new or by himself? And look, I mean, yeah, it's business. I'm not going to get into that, but the reality is, man, I'm going to be in Vegas watching this game on Sunday with my buddy. And I'm trying everything I can to not just stay positive, but not let it get to me, like a true fan. Emotionally, it kind of gets to me. So I'm going to try not to blame Kyle when we're not as aggressive as we should be. I'm going to try not to worry about. I'll have my my Purdy jersey on and such. So I'll put all the good energy. But if you want to give me any tips to stay mentally strong, so I don't get too high or low, I'll close out with that.
Whiskey.
That's the guy I like. Man, it is so awesome having you on this. So thanks. I really appreciate it.
Carlos, thank you very much. Happy holidays. It sounds like you're going to a friend's house today. You're not going to the Strip.
No. We're going to be on the Strip. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're going to, in fact, I think we're going to watch it at the Caesars sportsbook and such, right there.
One of the great sports books in the world. Have a good time, man. Have yourself a great trip to Vegas and go Niners and happy holidays. Carlos, thanks for all the nice things that you just said. I really do appreciate it very, very much. Albert saying, millennial here, I can confirm I hate the phone aspect of the phone. Yeah, it is. It's amazing. The actual ability to call someone is probably the least used technological ability of the phone. Ooh, little super chat. Why the price? Because YouTube gets 30% of your donations. So there you go. God bless. Thank you very much. Makes sense. I do appreciate it very, very much. Is that the cut that they get? Do they get 30%? I mean, I don't even know that yet. Okay. Well, I thank you very much for them handling the transaction fees of that going to me. So we'll that poor little Google company needs to make some money somehow, right? You're just scraping by. Damon, how do people contact you to be show sponsors? Well, a great way to reach out is hitting me up on Twitter. Slip into my DMs, reach out to me. If I do miss it, I'll eventually catch it. Hit me a few times, but that's a great way to reach out. And that's where the conversation usually starts. But thanks very much for asking. Do appreciate it. This is Kim saying, Damon, just give out your Venmo. Cut out the YouTube middleman. Like I got Venmo. I'm still Johnny Cash over here. Gillian's got Venmo. I don't got no Venmo. Maybe I need to do that. I want to thank all of you for being here today. Again, I'm going to remind you, we're not done. 3 shows coming to you here on the Plus this afternoon. We already did 49ers Wake Up. We did our version of Sports Phone right here and now. And Joe Fortenbaugh is going to be stopping on by to join me around 2:15 this afternoon. And we're going live. We'll do it live. So I hope many of you will be back for that. And again, if you can't report live for duty, there's no problem there at all. Use the show when it's convenient to you. Whenever it's best for you, it'll be waiting for you. So thank you so much for tuning in. And all I'm going to tell you is that it's been a really rough couple of hours, rough couple of days for radio. And while radio's going rough, we're blowing up over here. So I thank you very much for the blow up. Where are we now? Hold on. Let me just quickly check, because we started this show with 11,000 and we are at 1165. I mean, that's normally if I add 65 subscribers in a day, that was a great day. We're adding like 65 subscribers per the hour in the last few hours. It's really been overwhelming. Thank you all so very, very much from the bottom of my heart, from all of my family. Thank you for all the support. We'll talk to you a little bit later. In the meantime, please do remember that sports don't build character. They reveal it.